Hello, my name is Destiny Nash, and today I will be comparing two articles that discuss the tragedy that happened to Breonna Taylor and the results from the state attorney general announcement. Between the two articles, there are quite a few journalists, so I'm going to just have a brief discussion of their background. Starting with the AP article, we have Claire G, and she's from Louisville, Kentucky, and she started off documenting the American struggles in 2015. She also brings light to the things that go unseen in America today. We also have Dylan Ill, and he has also wrote for big news sources such as ABC, Fox, and Yahoo News. And then for Angie Wayne, she's a film director and she enjoys writing on her free time. And down below in the first picture we have Claire, and then in the second picture we actually have Angie W. And then as far as the News Time article, we have Reginald O. And he graduated from Duke, and he actually joined the New York Times in 1999. I wasn't even born then. And then we also have Derek Bryson T, which is also the gentleman right here in the right corner. And he's actually the general assistant reporter, and he's also worked for page6.com. And then we have Nicholas B, and he's from New York, and he's also reported in Baltimore, Maryland. Both articles inform the public about the tragic and unjustified incident regarding Breonna Taylor. Now, comparing the two articles, starting with the AP headline, it says, "In despair, protesters take to streets for Breonna Taylor." The AP headline is straightforward by telling the feelings and actions towards the event in the most simple but meaningful way someone can write it, honestly. And now looking at the New York Times headline, as it says, "What we know about Breonna Taylor's case in depth." It gives a clear acknowledgement that the audience is about to read strictly on what only the journalists actually know, nothing further than that. Each story makes sure to emphasize the repercussions of the police actions after they shot Miss Taylor in her own home. As far as the AP story, it mainly discusses how protesters and Black activists worldwide felt hearing the state attorney general Daniel Cameron announce that the three policemen involved will not be charged for Breonna Taylor's murder on Wednesday, September 23rd. Rose Henderson, a protester, spoke to the journalist saying, "We're going to stay out here and hold this place," in hopes of being heard through the attorney's decision. They were unpleased with what they've heard, especially from an African American standpoint of Daniel Cameron being an African American. As far as for the New York article, it actually it has a similar main idea, but it also adds in detail about what actually happened that night. So Sergeant Jonathan M., who is now on administration leave, wrote an email to his coworker saying, "I know what we did was legal, moral, and ethical thing to do that night." And then furthermore, mentioning that the Louisville agreed to pay Breonna's family a settlement of $12 million. Although her family is in acceptance of the money, her mom went out to speak and said that the event that happened is bigger than money, it's bigger than Breonna Taylor, it's an actual movement and it needs to be heard worldwide. How does the stories end? In both articles, the information is being heavily given all the way through. Both articles are intended to not only inform, but to catch the audience attention all the way through. The AP article caught my attention more than the New York Times article, but they both were structured in a way in which they could portray the information to others. The article shared many similarities in the way that they were written. That is based on the fact that they both not only gave background before new information, but they also included quotes and other sources to justify and help inform the public of what's going on. Something that stood out to me, aside from how the AP article structured their information to flow throughout the whole article to catch the reader's attention all the way to the end, is how in the New York Times article, it actually went into more detail for me. I enjoyed and I liked how the New York Times article actually went into detail as far as what time at 2:06 a.m. the police sent his email to his coworkers, things like that. Having more detail about a general topic is useful because when you maybe want to go tell someone else, you can have detail in telling them not just a general topic, but what's actually like key points and information about the situation or event. The more I read the AP articles and the other articles selected throughout the weeks, I find that the AP article they structure their articles how I want to be able to write in the future. Continuously reading their articles will hopefully stimulate my brain to remember how they format them, and it will come to me naturally the more I practice and practice on in my writing career.